Hello everyone, I am Sweetie Pinjani. I welcome you all to Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. The mission of this channel is to make VLSI education easy for everyone. Today we are going to cover a concept in UVM which is UVM reporting. In case you have not gone through the previous video lectures in this series, which is UVM basic series uploaded on Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel by Sweetie Pinjani, I request you to please go through that video lectures first. This is a continuation of the series. You should understand what we discussed earlier and then come to this. Today we are going to understand UVM reporting in detail, and for your understanding what I did, I am trying to create a diagrammatic representation which you will see in this lecture, and it represents a gist of complete UVM reporting. I'll explain you that diagram also. I'm trying to use some innovative techniques because I want to break the myth that UVM is tough. I heard lot of people saying that UVM is difficult, UVM is very tough and all that. I feel it is not tough if you understand it properly, or what I feel is if you try to understand any concept with the help of diagrammatic representation, that makes it easy. This is the technique which I am going to adopt now, and I am going to explain that diagram in such a simple language that if you remember that diagram, you will remember UVM reporting. Now, let's get started. First, what is UVM reporting? UVM reporting can also be called as UVM messaging. It is basically about the messages which you see getting printed in UVM. UVM provides you some display commands and methods using which you can alter the number of messages and the type of messages in UVM, and you can do this without doing the recompilation of the design. Why this is an advantage without design recompilation, I'll tell you. Nowadays the design have become very complicated, and it takes hours to recompile a design. You are saving that hours of time if you can alter the number and type of messages without recompiling the design. If UVM is providing you with a mechanism through which you are able to alter these messages without design recompilation, it saves a lot of time. This is why this doing this without design recompilation is a very big advantage. Next, if you want to mask or change the severity of a particular message, you can do it using UVM reporting mechanism. What are important concepts in UVM reporting? The first concept is severity. How severe is your message? It indicates the importance of your message. If it is fatal, it means something very serious has occurred. The highest severity is fatal. If some error has occurred, the severity is error. If no error has occurred but some warning has occurred, severity is warning. If you are just printing something for getting information, it is called as info. Highest severity is for UVM fatal, lowest severity is UVM info. Next concept is verbosity level. Verbosity stands for filter level. It tells you which kind of messages will be displayed. Not all messages will be displayed. Depending on the verbosity which you have set during the simulation, depending on that, the messages will be displayed. I'll tell you in detail about this verbosity concept and how to know which messages will get printed and how to change this verbosity level. Just in the upcoming slide, I'll tell you that. For now, remember that verbosity is the filter level. It helps you to filter the messages. Not all messages will be printed. Depending on your verbosity, some messages will be printed and some will not be printed. The verbosity level can be none, low, medium, high, full, or debug. The default verbosity in UVM is medium. This you should remember. Default verbosity, if you don't specify anything, then by default UVM will consider it as UVM medium. Next thing is action. What kind of action the simulator should take for your message? The different kind of actions are none, it means do nothing, display, lock, count, exit, stop, RM record. Again, I'll talk in detail about each of these actions in the upcoming slide. For now, remember these are three important concepts in UVM reporting: severity level, which indicates the importance, verbosity level, which will filter your messages, and the action taken by the simulator. Let us understand what are the different reporting macros which UVM is providing you. The first is UVM fatal. It takes two arguments, message ID and the message string. Message ID will be the ID of message and string will be the string which you want to display. And as I said, fatal, this English word itself indicates that something very serious has occurred. This is the highest severity you can have in the UVM messages. Second is UVM error. It means some error has occurred. This also takes two argument, message ID and message string. Then we have UVM warning. It indicates that some warning has occurred. There is no error, nothing serious, but some warning has occurred. And this also takes two argument, which is ID and the string which you want to display along with the message. Then the fourth one we have is UVM info. This takes three arguments, message ID, message string and verbosity. In case you don't specify verbosity, I told you UVM considers UVM medium. UVM medium is the default verbosity for any UVM message in case you don't specify this argument. As I said, message ID stands for a string which is used to identify the source of message. It is a ID of your message. It will help to identify the message. Then the string which you want to print in the message, that is the message string. And the verbosity is a enum value. It defines the verbosity of the message. Verbosity helps you to filter certain messages. We will talk in detail about verbosity now. What is message verbosity? Message verbosity can have six verbosity levels. Let us understand what are these six verbosity levels. The first verbosity level is UVM none. UVM none means this message will always be printed. For example, if you want to print the design or test bench config, this message will always be printed. You always want to print your design or test bench config. UVM low message is normally printed, but in case you set the verbosity to UVM none, then this message can be masked. Example is assertion messages. If you have certain assertions and you want to print messages for that, that can come under low verbosity. Next is medium. As I said, medium is the default verbosity level in UVM. If you want to do some debug, then you can set this verbosity level. Debug at a very high level, not so much in depth. This is the first level of the debug for UVM medium. Example is if you have some message which says that this particular phase has started or finished. UVM has a lot of phases. We will cover in detail each UVM phase in the upcoming tutorials in this series. For now, remember that UVM has a lot of phases. It can have build phase, connect phase, run phase. All these are phases in UVM. And if you want to print the message about a particular UVM phase getting started or finished, you can give the verbosity as UVM medium. It helps in the initial debugs. Next is if you want some detailed debug, some more detailed debug compared to medium, then you set UVM high. It is the second level of debug. For example, you know now which phase you have entered, and you also need to know the packet information in that phase. This can be the second detail in the debug. Then if you set UVM full, then it gives more debug detail, like compared to these two levels also little bit more detail. Then UVM debug will debug detailed messages. Each and every message will be printed, a very detailed message. Now you will say, why not print all the messages? Why should I even set my verbosity to these five? Why not this? The main disadvantage of setting your verbosity to UVM debug, which displays all the messages, it makes your simulation very, very slow. The more messages you print, the slower your simulation is. Already design is so complex, and there are some tests, if you run at SOC, some tests are running for days. And if you set verbosity to UVM debug, even for normal runs, then it is going to take a lot of time. We set this UVM debug only in cases when you are not able to understand what is the problem and you really need to debug a particular scenario in detail. Only in that case you have to set this verbosity. Now let us understand some important things. If you set the verbosity to UVM low, it will print the messages. UVM low is printed if the verbosity is set to low, medium, high, full or none. If you set the verbosity to UVM none, the UVM low messages will not be printed. One easy way to remember all this is remember the sequence: UVM none, then comes low, then medium, then high, then full, then debug. And UVM none will print minimal number of messages, very minimum messages. And UVM debug will print the maximum messages, all the messages possible. So when you set to UVM none, then anything below it will not be printed. UVM low will only be printed if you set the verbosity to low or any of the below verbosity levels. If you set the verbosity to UVM none, any message which has verbosity UVM low will not be printed. Then same for UVM medium. UVM medium message is printed if you set verbosity to UVM medium or any of these below. Similarly for high, if you set the verbosity to UVM high or any of the below. UVM full will be printed if you set verbosity to UVM full or UVM debug. And UVM debug messages will only be printed if you set verbosity to UVM debug. Easiest way to remember this, as I said, is you have to remember when you set the verbosity to UVM none, minimum messages will be printed. And when you set the verbosity to UVM debug, maximum messages will be printed. This is the easiest way. And remember the sequence. Sequence is also very easy to remember. First you have nothing, then you have little bit something low, then you have medium things, then you have more things high, then you have everything full, and then you have more than full, which is debug. This sequence is also simple. And then just if you have none, it means minimum things, right? And if you have debug, it means more than full, it means everything, all the messages. Very simple to remember. Now let us understand what are the different actions possible in UVM reporting mechanism, or UVM messaging mechanism also we call it. So these actions can be called as message actions. There are 7 possible actions in UVM. First is UVM none. It means do nothing. You suppress all the messages, do nothing. This is the action. Don't do anything. If you are saying UVM display, it means there will be a simulation transcript. There will be a place in which all the displays are going. There, this messages will be directed. Direct the messages to the simulation transcript. If you set to UVM log, then you will have a UVM log file, a log file which gets generated. All these messages will be directed to that log file. If you set to UVM count, it means there is a counter. You are counting the number of times this particular message is coming. You are incrementing the counter. And you can also set a maximum value. If the counter reaches that particular value, you can exit once the counter value is reached. Next is UVM exit. It will finish your simulation. The simulation will not proceed any further. It means there is a dollar finish. It will call that dollar finish to finish the simulation. Then, if you give UVM stop, the main difference between stop and finish is finish will finish your transaction. Stop will just stop your transaction and enter in the interactive mode. It will not finish the transaction. Stop will not finish the transaction. It will stop and enter in the interactive mode. Why do we enter in the interactive mode? This interactive mode is useful for the debugs. When you are in interactive mode, you can add certain things which will help you in the debug. That is why we use this UVM stop. Then we have UVM RM record. This RM record, as the name says, it's recording the messages somewhere. Where does it record the message? In the UVM, we have the UVM TR database. TR database stands for transaction database. When you use UVM RM record action, all these messages will be stored in the UVM transaction database. These are the 7 possible actions. None, do nothing, display, directed to the simulation transcript, log, direct to the log file, count, direct to the counter to count the number of times a particular action has happened. UVM exit will finish your simulation. Stop will stop the simulation and enter interactive mode, which is useful for debug. RM record will log these messages in the UVM transaction database. Let us understand the UVM messaging flow. As I said, I'll help you understand this with the help of flow and diagram. If you understand this diagram, you understood the UVM messaging mechanism. Let me help you understand this diagram now. First, as I said, we have a UVM messaging macro. This macro will tell you the importance of your message. Whether it is fatal, it means something very serious has occurred. Whether there is some error, there is a warning, or you are just printing an information. These can be 4 different kind of messaging macros: UVM fatal, UVM error, UVM warning, or UVM info. Inside UVM, you have a UVM reporting server. All these macros, they will go to this UVM reporting server because these are the messaging macros. That is why they have to go to UVM reporting server. Inside the UVM reporting server, these messages can be filtered out depending on the verbosity filter. Whatever verbosity filter you have set, none, low, high, medium, full, debug. And I said, easiest way to remember is none means minimum number of messages get displayed. Debug means maximum, all messages get displayed. This is the easiest way to remember. So if you set none, only the messages which are set as none will get displayed. If you set to low, anything which is none and low will get displayed. If you set to high, anything which is none, low, high will get displayed, and so on. Easiest way, if you have none, minimum things will get displayed. If you have debug, all things will get displayed. Then, after understanding which messages to be filtered and which not to be filtered, we need to understand what action you should take on this message. The actions can be none. None is not listed here because in none we are not doing anything. If you have UVM display, then you have to display the message. There will be a file in which all these display messages go. If you have the action as UVM display, it will go to that display file. If you have UVM log, then these messages will go to a log file. These are 2 different files. One is for display and one is for the log. If you have UVM count, then you need to count. You will have a counter. And if you have exit, it means you need to finish your simulation. Remember, exit means you have to finish your simulation. It will call dollar finish. Your simulation will be finished. It will not proceed further. And you in UVM stop, your simulation is not finishing. It is just stopping for now to enter the interactive mode. And it will call dollar stop. Dollar stop and dollar finish are not same. Dollar finish will finish your simulation. Dollar stop is just stopping it, not finishing. If you set action to UVM RM record, there is a UVM transaction database in UVM. All these messages will go there. Very simple diagram. 4 macros: fatal, error, warning, info. Fatal is most serious, info is least serious. It is just giving you info. Verbosity levels are 6: none, low, high, medium, full, debug. None prints minimum number of messages, debug prints maximum number of messages. Action can be UVM display, which will send your messages to display file. Log will send to log file. Count will send it to counter. Exit will call dollar finish. Stop will call dollar stop. RM record will send your messages to UVM transaction database. Just remember this diagram. If you are able to remember this diagram, you know UVM reporting mechanism. If someone asks you about UVM reporting mechanism, I'll tell you the best way to explain them. Draw this diagram and explain it as I did. They will know that you have in-depth knowledge of UVM reporting mechanism if you can draw such a diagram. Now, let's understand what are different APIs which UVM is providing you for UVM messaging or UVM reporting. If you want to set these messages for single level of component hierarchy, only in that component hierarchy, not the hierarchies below that component. This is valid only for the particular component hierarchy. Then you have set report severity action. These takes two arguments, one is severity and one is action. This has lowest priority. Set report severity action. Then you have set report ID action. It will take your ID and action. Then you have set report severity ID action. This will have your severity as well as ID as well as action. All three arguments. This has the highest priority. The one which is having maximum arguments, all arguments, this is having the highest priority. In case in a particular component you have these three things set, this particular thing will have highest priority and this thing will have the lowest priority. This thing will override this. This is the one which will come into action if you have all these three. Set report severity action takes two arguments, severity and action. Set report ID action takes ID and action. Set report severity ID action. It will take severity as well as ID as well as action. And see, it's easy to remember. Set report is common. Then depending on what arguments you are taking. If you are taking severity and action, the name is set report severity action. If you are taking ID and action, name is set report is common, then ID action. If you are taking all three, the name is set report severity ID and action. It's so easy to remember. So easy. You need to understand it in a proper way, then UVM is very easy. Nothing is difficult. Now, this was for a single level of component hierarchy. What if you want to set for all components below the hierarchy? Not just for this component. I want this severity level for all the components which are below this hierarchy. Then it is same. The function is same, only you are adding higher. Rest all is same. Set report severity action higher. It takes two argument. One will be severity, one will be action. Again, it will have lowest priority. Then you have set report ID action higher. As the name suggests, it takes two arguments, which is ID and action. Then one which takes all three arguments, set, report, severity, ID, action, higher, three arguments, and this has highest priority. Very simple to remember. Depending on the arguments it's taking, the name comes, and set report is common for everything. If you want it to be valid for all the components below hierarchy, you just have to add underscore higher. So simple. Next is, let us understand if I don't specify any action for a particular macro. There were four types of macros, if you remember, depending on the importance. One was fatal, it means something very serious has occurred. Then there was error, some error has occurred. Then there was warning, which says some warning has occurred. And then we had the info, which just says some info, there is nothing serious. What happens if you don't specify any action? There should be some default setting in UVM. These are the default settings. For UVM info, you will have the default action as UVM display. It will only display. Same for UVM warning, the default action is UVM display. For error, UVM display as well as UVM count are the default action. It will count the number of errors. For UVM fatal, it will directly exit. It will displays common action for everything. For error, you have an additional action count. For fatal, you have an additional action as UVM exit. Because something very serious has occurred, that's why you need to exit the simulation. If you remember, UVM exit calls $finish. It means your simulation has finished. It will not proceed further because something very fatal has occurred. Very simple to remember. Just if you understand the meaning of fatal, very serious, it means it has to exit. Very simple. If you understand simple English language, what is meaning of information, warning, error, fatal, you understand these things. It's easily related. Now, UVM also helps you setting these things, which were verbosity and severity and the action. These were three important things in UVM reporting: severity, verbosity, and action. If you want to change these actions, you can do it using the command line plus arcs. UVM provides some command line plus arcs to you. The first is to set the verbosity. If you use plus UVM verbosity equal to, and you can give any verbosity level you want. What were the six verbosity levels which we had? One was UVM none. Then we had UVM low, UVM medium, UVM high, UVM full, UVM debug. You can set any of these verbosities here. Plus UVM verbosity, as the name says, you are setting the verbosity here. It sets the default verbosity for all your UVMTB components. If you use this command line args, it will set this default verbosity for all UVMTB components. In case you can, if you want for maximum components of particular verbosity level, use this, and then for some components you can add it using other plus args. Let's see what are other plus args. Other plus arcs are UVM set verbosity. As the name says, this is used to set the verbosity of a component ID. You are passing a component ID, and you are passing the component, you are passing ID, and you are passing phase. For what component, for what ID, and for what phase you want to set. It will set the verbosity. And in case you don't want to pass phase but you want to pass time, say from this particular time in simulation, set the verbosity level. So this will set the verbosity level for the component ID and from the time which you have passed in this argument. If you want to set a particular action, then you will use UVM set action. It can take arguments like component ID, severity, and action. As the name says, it's set action. It means this is used to set action for the component ID, severity which you are passing. Again, we have UVM set severity, and it will change the severity level. You have to pass what is the current severity level and what is the new severity level, and the severity level will be changed to the new level. These plus arcs are also very simple to remember. It's as per name. If you have UVM verbosity, it will set the default verbosity for all UVM. Let's quickly summarize UVM reporting. We saw in UVM you have inbuilt commands and methods. We saw UVM plus arcs, if you remember. These were the command line arguments which you can have. And we saw some methods which can help you change the severity and verbosity. If you remember, we saw some methods at the component level for individual component, and we saw some methods which can help you change the severity and verbosity at the levels hierarchies which are below the component also. We learned that there are four different macros in UVM reporting or UVM messaging mechanism. These four macros are UVM fatal, UVM error, UVM warning, and UVM info. Out of which UVM fatal is the most severe one. As soon as you get UVM fatal, your simulation has to finish. It has to exit. The default action for UVM fatal was UVM exit, if you remember. As soon as fatal comes, the simulation will stop. And UVM info is having the lowest importance. It is just like a message. No need to panic. Then we saw there are six different verbosity levels: none, low, medium is the default one, that's why I have highlighted, high, full, and debug. Remember, if you have none, minimum number of messages are printed. If you have debug, maximum number of messages, all the messages which are there are printed. Action can be none, display. None means do nothing, display means send it to the display or display file, log means send it to log file, count means count, send it to counter which will count, exit means finish the simulation, it will not proceed further, stop means it is just stopping, it is not finishing, it is stopping and it is entering the interactive mode. What is the importance of entering interactive mode? It is helpful in your debug. Once you are in interactive mode, you can do certain things which help you in the debug. If you have RM record, it will send the message to a database in UVM, which is UVM transaction database. Then we saw the APIs, which help you to change the severity and verbosity level. The APIs, depending on the name, it will take the argument. Set report is common for all. If you are passing severity and action as the argument, just add severity action to set report. Set report severity action. Then you have set report ID action, which takes ID and action as arguments. You have set report severity ID action. This one, which takes all three possible arguments, will have the highest priority. In case you have this as well as this, both are declared for a particular message, then this thing will take priority. Whatever is set in this thing, that will take precedence. And similarly, these were for changing the severity and verbosity for individual component. If you want to change the verbosity and severity for the components which are below the hierarchy, then the macros are same, just you have to add underscore higher. The arguments also remain same. For example, if you give set report severity action higher, it will change the severity and action for all the hierarchies which are below, and it will take argument severity and action. Then we saw UVM plus arcs. Using this UVM plus arcs also, you can change the severity and verbosity. Again, depending on what this UVM plus arcs does, the name is there. If you want to change the UVM verbosity for all the test bench components, default verbosity you want to set, you use this UVM verbosity. If you want to set verbosity level for some components, whatever you are passing in the arguments, you will use UVM set verbosity. If you want to set action, you will use UVM set action. If you want to set severity, UVM set severity. simple. This was the summary of UVM reporting. I hope with the help of that diagram which I explained you and this summary, you will never forget UVM reporting now. At least UVM reporting has become very simple for you to understand. You can give me feedback about my work, about the quality of lectures which I am coming with, and if you have some innovative ideas to make these lectures better, like start using flowchart, which I did, and start using diagrams and summarize, like I started adding summary. Please share all those suggestions in comments so that I can pick it up and I will make these videos better with whatever suggestions you give. And if you want me to post videos on any particular topic, you can share that also in comment. I'll take that and I'll create a video tutorial on that in the upcoming lectures. Thank you, and to stay tuned for such technical content, please subscribe to Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. I, Sweetie Pinjani, will see you in the upcoming lecture.